Crazy.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today?
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming. We have a good lineup for you tonight, and we have a special surprise, which I'll tell you about in a minute. I just want to start off that we are, this show is free, and you're welcome to enjoy it. Please, if you have a good time, we'd love for you to spread the word about it. We want to see more audience members. It makes our life much better to have a lot of laughter. If you don't have noise in your background, please unmute your mic. We want to hear your laughter or your boos, hopefully your laughter. But, we do have, if you do enjoy it, these comics, a lot of them try to make a living doing this, and with the pandemic have not been able to do so. So if you have a good time and you feel like sharing a little bit with them, send them a few bucks. We have two ways that we have set up to do that. PayPal, it's paypal.me/BD Comedy, or Cash App is at $button-down-comedy. I will post them in the chat a little bit later as well. So don't worry if you didn't get it this time. But I want to start off with just saying that we entered a new year. 2020 was awful. I had high hopes for 2021. I looked at it like a new baby, and I felt this new baby had so much promise. We had high expectations, and the bar was so low. If 2021 wanted to sit and watch TV all day, we would consider that a success. If they want to play Nintendo all night long, still a success. And it looked promising for 5 days. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, we had a little bit of a protest at the Capitol building. And the thing is this was by the group of people who are adamant that masks have no purpose. They're useless. Well, a couple of tips for you if you run into somebody that feels this way. If you're going to invade the Capitol building, masks are useful. If you're going to talk to a reporter after invading the Capitol, masks are very useful. Mm-hmm. On a side note, you may not want to give them your name. Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the people who died was a poor woman who got trampled, who was carrying a "Don't Tread on Me" sign. Oh. Karma is a bitch.
You're just so terrible.
I'll tell you, the thing that caught my eye, the Proud Boys thought they were so cool. They had the best tactic. They were going to infiltrate the Antifa. They were going to dress in all black. Problem is, they announced this about 2 days before the event. What can I say? Sometimes people are just a little slow. And the thing is that there are so many things that have changed because of this pandemic. One of them, you cannot watch a medical show the same way anymore. It used to be, ooh, McDreamy has his ferryboat hat on. Now it's going to be, I think he's wearing that mask wrong. But we do have a lot more awareness of our body, of our health. And the human body is a marvel of design. I mean, we're talking opposable thumbs, interlocking genitals, my personal favorite. But somebody had the bright idea to put air filtration and food intake in the same pipe. And let's add sinus drainage while we're at it. Why not? Really, guys? You couldn't have thought of something useful like when I see a pretty girl, make my abs get hard? I think they just did the interlocking genitals, figured they could coast from there, I do want to apologize if my set's a little off. I had some edibles earlier, and I'm not sure how strong they were. Does anybody know how much they usually put in edible underwear?
Oh.
Was I the only one? Was I the only one disappointed to find out that edible arrangements was just fruit? And the whole "say no to drugs" campaign. Guys, if I start talking about drugs, those are the ones I want. If a CDB store starts selling alcohol, is it an ABCDB store?
Boo.
Oh my God.
During the pandemic, we have more time with our loved ones, more intimate moments. But that just means we need to up our game a little bit, bring something new to the table. So of course, bring something new, and it's like, ooh, that's new. Ooh, I like that. Wait a minute, where'd you learn this? My girlfriend said she wants a fairy tale relationship. I wasn't quite sure what she meant till I came home and found 7 short guys in the bedroom. A friend of mine went through COVID, the whole pandemic, and did not have sex for fear of getting COVID. I told her, I said, listen, COVID is not a sexually transmitted disease. It's an upper respiratory infection. Are you honestly going to sit there and tell me that you can't hold your breath longer than these guys can last? It is weird times we live in. I was reading that the majority of Hindus are not vegetarians, which strikes me as odd because the Hindus believe in reincarnation, and you don't always come back as a human. You sometimes come back as an animal, which makes me wonder if that chicken dinner you had last night was grandma.
Oh.
We're just helping her on to the next level. That's all.
Really?
So yeah, the young people today, they have an attitude. They think they're woke. They think because they don't use the N-word and they know about the pronouns, but they come across someone my age, and their woke ass goes back to sleep. They think because of my age, I'm too old to use the dating apps and the online dating. Are you kidding me? I was hooking up with women in adult-only chat rooms before they were freaking born. And the fact that I understand emojis throws them in the sexual innuendo. Do you realize I had to use punctuation marks? Do you know how hard it is to make a penis with commas and a question mark? And talking about blowjobs, forget that. It's like they won't move, not around George. No way. Like they discovered that a penis fits in a mouth. Really, guys? Guess what? It fits in the ass too. All right. I'm gonna leave you on this one. My girlfriend told me to never change, but then she complains about the smell. We have a surprise for you. There was one of the comics is preparing for a show that she's doing and wanted to kind of run through it for us tonight. So we're going to start off with a Zoom comic that I met a few weeks back, I believe. We'll start. Give me a second to bring her on the spotlight here.
Who's this?
George.
And we're going to bring up Rebecca McDonald.
Well, this is
Let's hear it from Rebecca.
Hey, I didn't know I was going first. That's awesome. All right, cool. So I was on a one of those food delivery apps on my phone, and I was comparing the prices of like a poutine on 2 different apps. Turns out it's like $18 on both apps, whatever. So I order my food, it arrives, I eat, all is well. And then about 10 minutes later, my food arrives again. Because turns out I ordered the same thing off both of the apps. That day, That day, I ordered $36 worth of poutine. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. That day, I consumed $36 worth of poutine. My roommate left something in the microwave, and so when I opened my microwave today, just swarming with ants. So I did the only logical thing, which is I slammed the door shut and I nuked them for a minute.
Oh,
When I opened the microwave again, they were fine, right? Like one of them was walking a little funny, but like the rest of them were fine. So I did the only logical thing, which is I slammed the door shut and nuked them for 2 minutes. I like getting like Brazilian waxes done, which is basically where you get all of the downstairs gone, right? So I go, oh, it's closed now, but I used to go to this one lady, right? And every single time I walked in, she goes, "You have bebe?" And I go, "Pardon?" She goes, "You have bebe?" And I go, "Bitch, do I look like I have bebe?" No, I do not have bebe. Thank you much. I have sandwich, but. And she would ask me that every single time, like she didn't recognize me. Until I was on my back with my pants off and she's looking down at me. "Oh, I remember you." Yeah. I have a very strange looking labia, apparently. Oh my god. My apartment building is at the end of a very long hallway. So from the elevator to my front door, it's like a minute walk. Like it takes you a minute. Like it's pretty long, right? Which is why we have nicknamed it the hallway from The Shining, you know? Both because of its length and because there's 2 little girls who haunt it. So I was walking towards the elevator and there was a guy at the end of the hall, and to inform me that the elevator had arrived, he did this. "Hey, come on, it's here, come on, right? So when I got in the elevator, I pulled my mask down and I bit him. Awesome. My boyfriend is amazing. He's just awesome. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so okay. A lot of places because of COVID have started to put like little arrows on the floor to like direct the flow of traffic a little bit, right? And I don't know anybody who actually follows these stupid arrows except for my lovely boyfriend, who gets livid if you don't, right? So him and I went to a store and we split ways to look at different things, and he came to try to find me following the arrows and wound up stuck in a corner. Now, remember when I said he gets livid about the arrows on the floor? Yeah, being stuck in the corner almost killed him. I like that joke. You guys don't have to. So we're living together, him and I, and at one point, so in our living room, we have this basket where we throw our dish rags, because like I don't want to throw the dish rags like with the regular laundry, because like I don't want to get it all wet and dirty, right? So we have a basket, and we had company coming over, so he very intelligently got a plastic bag and threw the rags in the bag and just hid it somewhere, right? And then a few days later, I was doing the laundry. I'm like, "Oh, I should do the rags. Darling, where are the rags?" He's like, "What rags?" I'm like, the kitchen rags. You put them in a bag somewhere. And we start scouring the house looking for it. And then halfway through, like looking for this, he sits down. Oh, I was mad, right? So I finally find the rags and I'm like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, sorry." And then he just very quietly and slowly gets up, goes to the kitchen, just starts washing dishes. I have a Mac, okay? I'm not bragging, I'm just saying I have a Mac, and they no longer come with like a USB port. So you have to buy this thing called a dongle, okay? If you don't know what a dongle is, it's $25. It means you could plug it into your laptop and then you use USB. It's called a fucking dongle, and I hate it. I hate it. But it is really hard to like be pissed off at something that sounds like what it is. Hey, Rebecca, why are you so angry? What's grinding your gears? Oh, I don't know, dongles. Nice. I was drinking water. Okay. And I had a glass of water. It was delicious. and I was so thirsty, so I had another glass of water, and it was delicious. And then I had a third glass of water, right? And I'm like, huh, that's weird. Why am I so thirsty? And I should have just left that thought right there and moved on with my day. But no, I decided I was going to go on the internet and look up, why am I so thirsty? You know, thinking that the internet's going to come back and be like, hey, you're thirsty because you're an awesome person. Keep being awesome. You're great. Yeah. Right? No, that is not what, what the internet told me. The internet thinks that me being thirsty means I probably have diabetes.
Oh shit.
I don't have diabetes. But I do have a new anxiety, so that's fun. All right, that was my time. Thank you very much for listening.
Woo! Yeah.
Let's keep it going for Rebecca. So Rebecca will be performing that at another show. When's your next show?
Oh, actually, I have a big show coming up on the 12th of February. I will be doing a headlining set. You guys didn't see it today, but I usually specialize in like musical comedy. If you're curious, add me on Insta or Facebook, and I can send you a link to some of it. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing a big ass show. It's $10, and yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Well, if you're gonna do a big ass show, you're gonna have to have a different camera angle.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it was a cheap joke, but what can I say?
Cheeky. It was. I think it was a little shitty, to be honest.
Ooh.
Ooh, no way.
All right. Our next comedian I met in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's very, very funny. It was just a very nice guy. And then I saw him perform, and now he's a nice, funny guy. He's come to a lot of the live shows that we did back before when we were able to actually get out of the house, and been a big supporter of the Button Down Comedy shows, and been on a couple of them. And I appreciate all that he's done and all the support he's given us. And I think you guys are going to laugh your butts off. So let's give it up for Shaine Laine.
Woo!
Hello. I would like to humbly invite you into the headquarters for the Gay Agenda. If we don't actually teach you something with our fireside chats, then we will just slam you with a lot of musicals. So that's how we'll do it. But it's fine, you know, even if the Gay Agenda was like a real thing and we needed to actually like try to promote a lot of laws and everything, it would be fine because I totally look like my father is a lawyer, which is embarrassing because my mother does not have a get out of jail free card at all. And it kind of sucks that people think he's a lawyer. He actually has a cooler job. He's a paranormal hunter. Yeah, world-renowned ghoster. So he's doing great. He's fine. Like Geo said, my name is Shaine Laine, which sounds like I should have been a Disney Channel actor. Like that name, that face, definitely saw him on Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Like I feel I would have been terrible to work with though, because like I don't really care of anything authority figure. So like the director would have told me to do something just like, all right, kid, all you got to do is say your name, you know, the little mouse shenanigans, and then something cute. All right, gotcha. Hi, my name is Shaine Laine, and you're watching Disney Channel. My mother takes my paycheck for drugs. I just would have ruined his whole commercial, his whole anything, ruined his life. Yeah. I do want to tell you guys something. I feel like, you know, Zoom has brought us all together during these times. And the first 2 minutes that I just spoke, I feel like, you know, we're there. I am a transgender man, and if you don't cheer, it is a hate crime. Thank you. But I am from North Carolina, so pray for me. And I really hate being transgender in the South because I tell people that my pronouns are he, him, but all I get is a he, haw.
No.
We're going strong. When I tell people that I'm a trans man, a lot of their faces, kind of relax. They're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you're trans. I thought there was a resurgence of 90s boy bands. But if I did have a 90s boy band, I would fill it with trans men, and we would be called Girls to Men. Oh man. So yes, Rebecca, I too have a very interesting labia. So we're there.
Beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. It is beautiful.
That's great.
I've been taking testosterone for a year now. I've been taking semen for 9, and for the rest of my life, I get to shove a needle the size that I wish was into my body. I'm just actually surprised that I learned something from my mother's heroin addiction. Fine, you can laugh at it. She also did, but she never enjoyed Pepsi. That little ha-ha, that's what I need. If you thought that me coming out as trans to a bunch, maybe 4 face people and 3,000 names just there, imagine how it was like to me coming out to my Southern religious grandmother. I didn't, but imagine, like most grandmothers bake cookies, mine collects guns. So the only thing that I could say to her would be, man, I feel like a woman. Bow, 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 bow. Shania Twain. So, and I do feel guilty, actually. I'm going to get there real quick. I do feel guilty since coming out as trans because no one in my family can top that. Like my sister starts dating a lowlife. Yeah, but Shaine's transgender. Brother drops out of law school. Yeah, but Shaine's trans. Mom is in rehab again. And Shaine's about to follow her right in. I just wish there was like a 2-for-1 deal when going to rehab, like the college legacy program, just with rehab. Mom already went, so I get a discount. Oh jeez. And I do the worst thing about passing as a trans, for those of you who don't know what passing is the ability to blend in with an identity group. So feminine lesbians could pass for straight, older people with great skincare routines could pass for younger than they are. However, my father could not pass for loving me. But I hate passing now because like the worst part about it is none of my queer community knows I'm queer. They only see an angry white man, and they're not too popular right now. Oh, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sympathy for the white man. As at 26, I'm still figuring out what kind of man I want to be, but I do have options kind of like crossed out. I'm terrible at baking, so Muffin Man is out, and this is gonna go great. I strike out a lot, so Hitman is no, and I feel like I don't need to clarify why clans is wrong. Klansman. Yeah. Thank you. That's what that joke deserved. It really did. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'm a Virgo, if that matters to anyone. But I think it's stupid that I'm called a Virgo because I've totally had sex before.
What?
I do feel bad for cancers though.
Uh,
Nah.
Ah, and by day, I'm a barista, if you couldn't tell by all of me. And I work at Starbucks, and I just don't understand the hype of it all. I really don't. And I work there. Like, Starbucks sells straight sugar. That's all they do is sell straight sugar. It's not even gay sugar. Like, this concoction of beans, water, and sass jumped out of the cup and started showering you in backhanded compliments and passive aggressive, ha, yes, queen, then it would be gay sugar. But it's not. It's straight sugar. So everything's vanilla. Yes. I do worry, like, working at Starbucks, gaining a lot of weight, mainly because no one likes trans fat. And because I worry about that, I started CrossFit, which is so dumb because when will I ever need to be fit enough to bear a cross? And just
Ever.
like the true man that I am, I'm gonna finish early.
Let's give it up for Shaine. Shaine, what were you thinking? Even white men don't want to be white men nowadays.
I know, and I basically chose this. Like, what is happening?
I don't know. Sometimes you just can't make the right decision no matter what happens.
Apparently not.
All right. Our next comic is coming to us from New York, the Big Apple, the apparently ghost town from what I've heard. City that never sleeps has been asleep for a while now. Oof. Yeah. So let's give it up for Nick Carter.
Hey.
Woo.
Okay, so it's my turn to say some jokes here to mostly empty boxes. You guys are actually a lovely audience. I think my favorite audience member is audience attendee. Hey, where you from? What do you do? Huh? Crowd work, baby.
Who's that?
I don't
Me?
I don't know.
No.
That's me, glass artist.
Hi, glass artist. Shaine, I feel like you and I cut an album together in the 90s. It's very odd being my name is Nick Carter. I feel like half of you are just very disappointed that I'm here instead of the real Nick Carter, which is fun. And I feel like the other half of you are thinking, that's not Nick Carter, that's awkward Bobby Flay. The pandemic.
Sorry.
No, you're great. That's awesome. This is the trouble with doing Zoom is that, and I think my internet is fucking up a little bit periodically.
Oh,
so
sorry. I
you're
didn't
good.
even know you guys could hear me.
Oh, we can hear you loud and clear. Don't mute, please, for the love of God.
I won't.
Oh, Jesus. No, the worst gig I ever did was because of my name. I had a 13 a bat mitzvah for a bunch of 13-year-old girls, and when they brought me up, all of them went, "Aw, damn it!" So that's fun. I've been very depressed about being a young comedian. I was so depressed I went to go throw myself from the balcony, and then I remembered I was a young comic. I don't have a balcony. It's very dark.
Yes.
I'm terrified that stand-up is making me a bad person. Stand-up's making me an awful person. It really is, because before I started stand-up, I just wanted to do nice things, be a good guy, do nice things for other people. Now I just want to start a podcast. It's crazy. And it's awful. I'm doing stand-up in real life, real everyday life. I went on a virtual date the other day. I'm asking her all the normal questions. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? She's like, wow, you really like me. And I'm like, honestly, I'm practicing crowd work. I don't really like, I have a show. I have a show coming up. I'm sorry, This isn't a date. It's a very expensive open mic. So
Oh,
I actually went on the worst date of my life a couple weeks ago. The day of the riots, I had to go on a Zoom date. That's fun. How's that for an icebreaker? Well, our democracy is ending. Are you enjoying your wine? Okay. Yeah, awful. But that's not why it was the worst date. I misled you. Ooh. It was the worst date because she found out I was a comic and then for 2 hours asked me to make fun of her. Oh, I don't want to go to work. I'm on a date. I don't want to go to work. I want to enjoy you. I want to get to know you. Like you're a TSA agent. I'm not asking you to give me a full cavity search. Like, come on. I have been like everyone else. I feel like everyone has like a I'm gaining weight take. I've been gaining so much weight. It's awful. I feel like, I don't know. All my friends keep telling me, no, you're not gaining weight, Nick. You're not gaining weight. You're not gaining weight. And I'm like, yes, I am gaining weight. I know that I'm gaining weight because my jeans are tight. The scale says 190 and my phone stopped recognizing my face. My dad is 150 pounds heavier than me. 2 days ago, I signed into his phone, no problem. Like, awful. I am from Boston originally, and I used to have a very thick Boston accent because I grew up there. And I had to get rid of it because it kept making talking to girls very challenging. A little story. I was in high school, and this one day I drew this girl a little portrait, and the next day I gave it to her, and I was like, hey, yo, Sarah, how are you? You're gorgeous. Look at you. You're fucking gorgeous. You're fucking beautiful. You should fucking date me because I'm fucking autistic. That explains a lot. I'm so I just can't believe you talked to me, honestly, and that you walked to school by yourself. That's great. High school was very challenging for me because they all thought that I had a learning disability, and then they told me that, and then I started using that as an excuse for everything. The first time that I ever 69'd with a girl, I was a virgin. It was dark. I had no idea what I was doing. I panicked. I absolutely panicked. I accidentally licked her butt instead of her clit, and then was like, I'm dyslexic. I'm not a virgin. I'm a slow learner. Okay, don't shoot me. Mental health is very tough. Very, very tough. I work in a mental health clinic, and it's totally ruined sex for me. This girl that I was dating, we were making out, and then she whispers in my ear, Nick, I'm gonna kiss every inch of your body. Isn't that hot? And my first thought was, no, that's more obsessive. I think I forgot the most important part of that joke, which is the premise, which is what we call the most important part of the joke, which is where you tell them why it's going to be funny. So there's that. But no, mental health is very tough, especially if you have older parents, because they don't get it. They don't get it. I recently told my dad that I was mentally ill. His advice to me was, Nick, don't worry about it. It's all in your head. My dad is older, which means, he's very blunt with me. I was visiting him, and he goes, Nick, I got to tell you something. And I go, yeah, Dad, I know, whatever. I know. I was an accident. And he goes, what? You weren't an accident. You were a mistake. We didn't forget to put the condom on. We planned you. You were just a bad plan. I love you, buddy, but you're like a timeshare. You are a bad investment.
Really?
But you're it's very tough. I don't know. This next joke might not go well. We'll see. I don't know if you guys can tell on Zoom. I don't have a chin. I think the worst part about not having a chin is that I will never be able to hang myself.
Oh, great.
I'll just fall through, just like my dates. Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's okay. It's
You
okay.
have a chin.
Oh, good. It's coming in. Oh, the workouts are working. I've been watching a shit ton of porn recently, which is not good. It's very depressing, mostly because I have a stepbrother. He's never tried to fuck me. Like I'm not attracted to men. I don't actually want to have sex with them, but like, would it kill him to look at me a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Everyone wants to be wanted. Oh boy, how much time do I have left? Oh, that's perfect. I just can't believe that it is 2021 now, and we still have guys overreacting to attractive women. I think it blows my mind. I can't believe it. Like, women are great. They're normal. They're like, wow, look, he's attractive. Okay, whatever. Moving on with my life. Let's go get this bank loan. You know, no biggie. Guys say stuff like, wow, look, she's attractive. Oh my God, this funeral rocks. Ugh. She is gorgeous. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I want to marry her and have sex with her, have 10,000 kids with her. How old was she when she passed? You know, it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, guys see a nice pair of breasts, man, they freak out. I see a nice pair of breasts, I yawn. I don't get her. Like, they're all great. Seeing a nice pair of breasts, like watching Friends reruns. Like, they're fun, but I've seen it before. You know, the perky ones are Monica, standard ones are Rachel, ones that hang are Chandler when he gained 15 pounds. They're all good. Moving on. Oh, I love. That's that's my most favorite kind of laugh. The little dog whimper. I love it. I'm just playing, guys. I'm just having fun. I'll get out on this. My mom always wanted me to be a D1 athlete, I think, because she always cheered me on like I was playing a sport, and it didn't matter what I was doing. She always cheered me on like I was playing a sport. I could hear her all the time. Go, Nicholas, go. Come on, Nicholas, go. Get it in there. Give it some oomph. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna fucking play. Could you relax? Could you sit down? Could you save the orange slices for later? I'm about to kill Macbeth, okay? Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thanks. You've been fun.
Let's keep it going for Nick Carter. Again, if you're having a good time, please consider donating a little bit to the comics. PayPal.me/BD Comedy or Cash App $Button Down Comedy. And definitely, if you're having a good time, spread the word. We want to have more people in here having laughs. We enjoy hearing people laugh. That's what really gets us going. So the more people we have laughing, the more fun we have, the more we enjoy it. So hopefully you're having a good time. Our final comedian, our headliner, I met him on Zoom. I've seen him do many of the Zoom open mics, and he always has me laughing. So if everybody will give it up for Ralph Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hell yeah. We're doing it. Friday night. Hell fucking yeah. All right. Guys, if you can, why don't you give it up for Nick and for Shaine, Geo, Rebecca. You know, it's tough doing jokes on Zoom. We're doing it though. We're out here. We are out in these streets. Yes. I feel like I should address this first. This is not a manifesto. I need to really just point that out to everyone. Not a manifesto. I know I'm hitting all the stereotypes. White guy, basement apartment, writing on the wall. Yep, that's a manifesto. Oh my God. I feel like this is what they had right up on their walls before they stormed the Capitol. They're like, point it out. Let me do this. Oh, Messenger, that was the first noise you made all night, man. That's awesome.
I have not. I have been giggling.
No, all right, Giggle Plus. All right, Giggle Plus. You're cheering on. Your cheers are holding up the crowd.
All right.
You know, with Megan
I
Taylor.
like your glasses.
Oh, thank you. I like my glasses too. Thank you. Mute and unmute. Very passive aggressive. Thank you. Oh, that's great. I loved how Geo said we would love to have, more people back, spread the word. We love to hear the laughs. He was so polite about it. Really what he wanted to tell everyone was turn on your fucking microphone. That's what he wanted to. Listen, Geo's a nice guy. I'm from New York. You can't be nice. You just got to say what you want, baby. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do here, Oh, let me just take some water. I got a little cotton mouth right now. I don't want you to think it's the Rona. It's cotton mouth. Oh boy, it's rough. It's rough. Yep. Like Geo said, I am from New York, just like Nick. And I am born and bred New Yorker. And doing all these Zoom shows, you meet a lot of different people. So everyone has one question, and it's the same question for the last 9 months. What's it like living in New York during a pandemic? Oh, well. Gee, let me tell you, it's like being in an escape room with 9 million other people. Like, oh God, I feel like I'm in the basement scene of the first Saw movie. Like, I feel like I'm on that tiled bathroom floor. I'm just like, give me that fucking saw, baby. Let me get out of here. Let me go. Okay. Not big fans of the Saw movies. Okay.
No.
No. Messenger was not a fan.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not only do I live in New York, but I also live alone. So I've also lived alone during a pandemic for 9 months. If you've lived alone throughout this entire pandemic, you are coming out on the spectrum. Oh, there is no way around it. Like, you see people and it's like a baby on a set of keys. You're just like, I don't even know what to do. Like, my brain is melting right now. Good God, how many conversations can we have in this short amount of time? All right. We are at January 22nd. It's about 3 weeks into the new year. Who's given up on the New Year's resolutions already?
Everybody.
Thank you, Messenger. Yeah, I like that. I like that because I'm the same way. I gave up. I'm tired of making New Year's resolutions. I'm just tired. I tried to do it for years. I'd wake up, I feel awesome. January 1st, I'm like, new year, new me. Let's do it. And then January 22nd, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ralph, you're such a fucking loser. God damn it. You can't even go one day. You can't go one day without a cigarette. What? Jesus, you're a fucking loser. Better luck next year. I've actually only stuck to one New Year's resolution my entire life, and that was to stop eating fast food. I stopped eating fast food 10 years ago. And most people, if you saw me in real life, you remember real life? That was fun. In the old world where people saw each other. If you saw me in real life, you'd be like, really, fast food? That doesn't make sense to me. Were they breading chicken nuggets with protein powder? Like, I don't know.
No. Sorry.
Thank you, Messenger. I'm so glad you came to this TED Talk on a Friday night. Thank you. Oh, boy.
Hey.
Listen, we'll save the question and answer part to the end of the set. All right? What do you say?
I will hold my voice.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh my God. It's so much fun on Zoom. Zoom is like real life comedy, but on steroids because everybody can just jump right in and you have no idea. It's like you ever try to catch a fly with chopsticks like you're Ralph Macchio and the Karate Kid? You're like, this isn't fucking working. God damn it. Oh boy. You know what it was? I think I brought up some old shit with the New Year's resolutions. You're like, you know what? Listen, fuck this guy. Fuck his glasses and his haircut. That's what I think. Corey,
No way.
Probably like deers in the headlights right now. So I've only stuck to one New Year's resolution. That's it. I've only stuck to one. I gave up eating fast food. I used to be 260 pounds. And when you are this big and that fat, you are known as a fatty McButterpants. I don't know if you guys know what a fatty McButterpants is. Let me school you to it. Fatty McButterpants is someone that goes fast food hopping. Again, Messenger, I could feel the confusion. What,
What?
what is fast food hopping? Fast food hopping is like bar hopping, but for fat people.
Oh.
Like our version of a good happy hour is just a really good dollar menu. Like instead of waking up with hangovers, we wake up with type 2 diabetes. Like when we wake up, we don't wonder where our money went. We just wonder where our right foot went. My favorite little trip would be I would go to Wendy's for a Baconator, McDonald's for the fries, Taco Bell for burritos, Popeyes for the tenders, and then loop it back to Wendy's for a Frosty. What the fuck am I going to dip my fries in? Yeah. That is a disgustingly delicious diabetic adventure, Messenger. It is so much fun. Oh, God. This is the funny thing, though. When you go back to the scene of the crime, like when you go back to the first fast food spot you started at, you will get the same cashier on the drive-thru. Oh, and they will remember you. Oh, boy. They will remember the sadness in your voice. So, like, is this guy really fucking hungry, or is this just a cry for help? Oh, God. They don't even make eye contact with you. They don't even make eye contact with you. It just an arm just comes out of the drive-through window, and they're just like, "Take your food, fat boy. Don't you look at me. Don't you look at me. Don't you fucking look at me, you fat piece of shit. You just take your Frosty and you get the fuck out of here."
Oh, I'm crying.
Oh my God. So was I when I got told to get the fuck out of here by his cashier. Oh, God. Listen, if that's not embarrassing enough, you ever get pulled over with 5 different bags of fast food in your passenger seat?
No.
Oh, boy. That cop will have some questions. Mostly, like, why are his eyes red from crying? Is it because he's crying, or is it because he's just high and hungry? Like, they have no idea what's going on. Like, he comes up to the window, first question, not license and registration. He just goes, "How much marijuana do you have in the car?" Like, "I got no marijuana, officer. I got no marijuana." He goes, "Listen, you don't have to play games with me. If you're just honest, this will work out for you. How much marijuana do you have in the car?" I said, "Sir, I have no marijuana in the car." He goes, "Listen, you have dried ketchup on your face. You have a stale French fry in your lap, and there are 5 bags of fast food buckled into the passenger seat. How much marijuana do you have in the car?" I said, "I have no marijuana, sir." And he goes, "Oh, so you're just a fatty McButterpants then." Oh, man, I love telling these stories to half the crowd. That's fantastic. I want to know if Corey and Diana and Megan K. Is this a hostage situation? Are you okay over there? Everything all right with you? Blink once if you're safe. Oh my God. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. I'm happy that 2020 is over, and I'm happy to be into the new year. I'm happy to be into the new year because I've been dating someone new. It's fantastic. But it's wild. It's wild for me because they have a kid. So that's a lot of changes. Like in less than 6 months, I went from being single to being someone's boyfriend to now being mommy's special friend. Like, I'm known as Uncle Ralphie to someone that is not my niece or nephew. Listen, dating is different for me now because I'm in my 30s. When you're in your 20s and you're dating someone new, it's a lot of sex all the time. When you're in your 30s, dating someone new, it's a lot of talking all the time. And we love to ask the questions that we really don't want to know the answers to. Like, how many people that person has slept with? Why? Why do we torment ourselves like this? Like, we want to know, but we also love a good mystery. It's like,
Yeah.
like, first off, like, girls know not to give their true number because I know most guys want a low one. They know that guys want a low number, but like, why would a guy want someone with no experience in the bedroom? No, not me. I don't want low numbers. I want a girl that's got some notches on her belt. So when she takes it off, she could choke me with it. So I've never understood the fascination with Muslim men wanting to be martyrs so they can get 72 virgins in heaven, for 72 virgins in the afterlife. Like 72 virgins sounds like 72 problems to me. Like it's their version of heaven and my version of hell. And it's only for the men. The last thing a woman would want is a virgin, let alone 72 of them. Oh God, that's 72 times of being left unsatisfied. Like I don't want to tell her my number because if she tells me, I don't want her to tell me her number. Because if she tells me her number, then I have to tell her my number. And quite frankly, I don't know. I don't know how many people I've slept with. Like that, I know that that's not the right answer. I know that that's definitely not the right answer. I'm sober.
Yeah.
I'm sober, but I am not like sober. I am comedian sober. There's a big difference. I still drink and smoke weed. I just don't do coke anymore.
Oh, jeez.
I had to slow. Well, listen, I had to slow down on my drinking, Spessinger. I had to slow down because I was, I was an alcoholic. Oh God. Listen, you have to cut back on your drinking when your BAC is higher than your credit score. I used to drink Jameson and wash it down with Coke. Not Coca-Cola, but cocaine. Because it's better when it's the real thing. Listen, when it comes to the sport of drinking, cocaine was always my performance-enhancing drug. See, like I could drink forever, but I wouldn't remember anything. Like that was my problem. Like I just used to black out too much. I don't know if there's an acceptable amount of blacking out that someone's allowed in their life, but if there was, I think I certainly would have passed it. Eric Lehman, you're alive. Fantastic. Oh, God. Like I would have passed it. Now, if you guys, anybody in here ever black out before? One, two, three, 4 honest people in here. Okay, good.
All the comedians.
4 honest people and 6 people judging the shit out of me right now. Oh God. Listen, if you're not familiar with blacking out, it's when you're at the bar drinking with your friends, you decide to pay your tab, get pizza, and go home. In your mind. But in reality, you're still at the bar drinking. Listen, the last time I blacked out was wild. I woke up in the nicest hotel room you had ever seen. The sheets were the comfiest sheets I'd ever slept in, and there was even this little funky alarm clock right next to the bed. Maybe you guys heard of this hotel. It's called St. Luke's Hospital. 1 minute I'm in a suit at a going away party, and the next I'm in a hospital gown looking at 4 Jamaican women, and they are not happy. Oh, no, they are not happy with me. And the first thought I had was, wow, this is not how I expected this fantasy to start. Oh, God. So embarrassing. Jesus Christ. It's so embarrassing. It's funny. When you live in New York, one of the only ways that you can get around is by train. Like everybody in New York takes the fucking train. And I'm happy to say that that I haven't ridden the train in 9 months. So since the pandemic hit, I haven't ridden public transportation. And it is just fantastic. Like, it's a horrible place to be. Being on the train is a horrible place to be. Like, if you're not being serenaded by a homeless man, you're cringing because someone just yelled showtime. Like, that's just too much, okay? Just too much. And I'm tired of seeing these ads that are plastered all over the cars like graffiti. Ads that say, find out who the top 100 doctors are in your city. Do they not realize who rides the train? Like, no one that rides the underground mobile home for the homeless can afford one of the top 100 doctors. No, you want to help me out? Tell me who the top 100 free clinics are. That's the critical info I need. Tell me things I can afford. Listen, I'm on Obamacare. You're lucky I can afford a doctor. You want to help me out? Tell me who the top 100 parking lot physicians are. Listen, if there's a doctor who got his degree from the Philippines and running an urgent care out of a Dodge Caravan, I want to know who the fuck he is. Like, listen, if anything, tell me who the bottom 100 doctors are. Those are the people that us trainees need to worry about. If I see one of the bottom 100 doctors for a stomachache, I could come out with a vasectomy. Listen, and I'll be fucking pissed. But at least I won't have to worry about that stomachache anymore. I don't know. Just adding on to all the embarrassing things I could tell you about me. I suffer from sleep apnea. You guys, anybody in here know what sleep apnea is?
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, good. Listen, if you're not familiar, sleep apnea is when you try to go to sleep and then your body tries to kill you.
You got it.
Like that. Listen, that's not what my doctor told me, but I read it on WebMD, and that sounds way more legit. My doctor told me that since I'm such a horrible sleeper, I had to take a test. And did I pass Messenger? Nope, I failed it, just like my SATs. Just like my SATs. Listen, when I showed up for this thing, I got so freaked out because the room they had set up for my test had 3 cameras, and they were all pointing directly at the bed. So I asked the nurse, I was like, excuse me, miss, long-time sleeper, first-time tester. Why are there 3 cameras pointing at the bed? And she goes, oh, that's for us to watch you sleep. Okay. One camera's fine, but 3 cameras? Like, listen, 3 cameras makes me feel like I'm here to film a porno.
Really?
Yeah. Like 3 cameras makes me feel like my apnea test is going to be on some fetish site so some dude can wax his carrot to me choking on my sleep. You know, like, it's embarrassing enough to have a sleeping disorder, but like to be now part of someone's spank bank is where I draw the line. After I took the test messenger, I found out that I wake up 39 times an hour. 39 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically I sleep 21 minutes per hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else sleeps 21 minutes per hour? People that smoke meth. Yeah, I have the same sleeping habits as a drug addict. So now I got to wear a mask. And now I got to wear a mask to sleep. A fucking mask, Geo. There are straps. There are clamps. It has fucking Velcro. Like, how can you take anything with Velcro seriously? Like, Shaine, I feel like you could just close your eyes and it lights out. Like, you could fall asleep wherever you want, you know? Like on a couch, on a plane, while driving a car. God damn it. Such sleep privilege. Oh, God. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like, I can't drift off to sleep. Like, I have to saddle the fuck up. Saddle the fuck up, man. Oh, God. The worst side effect of my apnea is like how tough it is on my dating life. Like, it gets embarrassing, you know? Like, I bring a girl home and I have to pray to God that she thinks my apnea machine is a fucking sex toy.
No way.
Yeah, way. I can't meet girls like the rest of you fellas. Like, you normal sleepies, you guys can just meet someone at the bar. I can't do that. What? You know how hard it is to find a girl to hook up with a guy that looks and sounds like Bane? Listen, I can't go to the bar. I have to go to Comic-Con. I gotta try to find a girl that's into cosplay. You know, just tell her I'm a villain in the streets, but killing in these sheets. Oh God! Listen, I'm all for getting choked in bed. It's just not by my apnea.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Give it up for
Woo!
Nick, Shaine, and Rebecca. I'm Ralph Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey, give it up, give it for Ralph. Ralph, you know, I do know what it feels like to black out, but I don't drink. I just had a coughing fit and passed out. No different. Well, everybody, if you had a good time, please come back to our future shows. You can follow our shows on Instagram, Button Down Comedy, or Facebook, Button Down Comedy. We have shows every other Friday. Our next show will be February 5th. So hopefully you'll come back and join us then. I want to thank all our comics again. We have Rebecca, we have Nick, we have Shaine, and we have Ralph. If they put their information in the chat, maybe you guys can follow them on Instagram or whatever social media they want. So comics, please put your stuff in the chat. And then everybody have a wonderful night, and hopefully you had a good time. We're glad you were here.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Troy.
It was fun. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out.